Nigel, firstly, yesterday we had the sad news that Peter Johnson has sadly passed away, a man who embodied Tranmere Rovers and will leave a lasting legacy on the football club.
Very much so. Thoughts go to his family and friends, and obviously I spoke to a few people at the football club who obviously knew him very, very well. And you know how much he'll be missed, you know, but likewise how much he's actually did for the football club. You know, I didn't have the privilege to meet him, unfortunately, but obviously as a Tranmere Rovers supporter, you watch him afar and how he kept the football club to start off with, to get it going, and obviously the journey that he went on was phenomenal. So thoughts with everybody. I know he's going to be well remembered at the weekend especially.
You've been nominated for the League Two Manager of the Month award for the second month in succession, and Kieran Morris is up for the Player of the Month award as well. What does that say about the trajectory to which the squad is heading?
I think we're looking at consistency, aren't we? You know, Robbie Apter had it the last month where he was nominated, and Kieran Morris this month, our two wider players, if you like, who it's just all part of the team. You know, together everyone achieves more. It's not about one individual, it's about the whole collective of everybody working hard. And again, maybe because of the two nominations, it's just demonstrating that over the last couple of months, the group of players, the staff, everybody have been working hard on a consistent basis. And I've been really pleased with everybody.
And it's been a pretty hectic schedule in the last sort of few weeks, and it's the first time in 3 weeks that we've had a full week of build-up in preparation to a fixture. How have the preparations been for MK Dons during training this week?
Yeah, it's a change now, because obviously the games were coming thick and fast, as you rightly say, and we were winning, which was good. But from this point of view, obviously we managed to have a good debrief from the weekend. What were the lessons that we learned from that? Because the lads, they put so much work into the game. Very unfortunate, you know, it was a wonder goal that has cost us the game in the end. But from my point of view, the lads this week, they've been spot on. You know, the training, we talk about develop the individual, build a team, some of the stuff that we're working on. Obviously, we want to arrive on match day. Obviously, MK Dons at the weekend, in this case, can we arrive there fit and fresh? So from a sports science point of view, are we hitting all the parameters that we're after? Are we getting the tactical elements in that we want? Are we getting the themes on how I want us to go and play in? So from my point of view, it's been a good week. But it's been led by the players and their attitudes and their application. You know, we've got really good coaches here, and I've really enjoyed the week so far.
And how has the reaction from the players been since the defeat to Barrow last weekend? Of course, we were on a really good run. It does put a halt to the winning run, but I imagine confidence is still sky high.
Well, this is why we do the debrief. You know, win, lose or draw, we'll always do a debrief. So on the Sunday, I watch the game back. Difficult to watch the game during the game, actually, because the sun was in the eyes. You were like that, thinking, right, first half, because of the setting sun from where it was in the dugout. But, you know, cold light day, watch the game back on the Sunday. What was the lessons we can learn from it? Did we do what we wanted to do in the game, thinking about the particular opposition that we had? Spoke to their manager after the game, gave us great respect in respect that they changed to adapt to us a little bit more. So that just shows, again, the consistency and how hard the players have been working with the organisation and the application and the threats that we've got. So, cold light day, do the debrief. What was the lessons we learned from it? And then we always just draw a blue line underneath it when we finish that. And that's our way of then, like, that's it gone. Move on to the next game in our preparation through the course of the week. So we're trying to get that consistent behaviour for everybody. As I said, the attitude of the players, the camaraderie, the commitment has been top draw.
We're starting to get right into the thick of the January transfer window now. Is there any movement that perhaps can be expected throughout the month?
Well, we'll see. It's like everybody. Normally the last couple of days of the window is where people are like postulating at the moment. Is that the right way? But people like conversations go on. There are people are moving around. Well, this happens and that can happen and this can happen and that can happen. If we bring somebody in, then that person's got to go out. But we can't bring somebody in until that person's gone out. All these things happen. It's the wonder of the January transfer window. And normally things are done at the very end. All I was going to say is we're really happy with the group of players that we've got. As you just said, we're in good form, a consistent run of form. And if there's anything to announce at any stage, then we'll announce it when we've got to announce it.
Just looking ahead to the weekend, then we host MK Dons, a side in really good form under Mike Williamson, who's come in the last few months. What challenges do you expect them to bring?
Very much similar to the Notts County game. You know, Mike's come in, done well, great reputation at Gateshead on how they want to play. Teams want to go and do that now. Build out, boxing midfield, with the wing backs going in, threats up front, wanting to play possession-based football. So again, it's going to be a similar sort of setup to Notts County on the last home game. You could see that. I think Notts County are very, very good, and they're going to be setting up more or less exactly the same sort of way and how they want to play and play through. So we've got to be on it. And I think the fans were great at their last home game against Notts County. they were great when we were last game at Barrow as well, but especially at home, understanding that at times the opposition are going to have the ball, but we're a very good pressing side, and it's where you go and press is the important thing. And from my point of view, I'm looking forward to the game because we know it's going to be a tough, challenging one.
And talking about the supporters and the Notts County game, that's 5 league wins in a row at home now. How important is it that Prenton Park remains a fortress?
Well, from our point of view, obviously your home form is very, very important. And what the fans know that the players work very hard through the course of the week. We turn up. Our objective is to win the game. That's always going to be the way. And our objective, there's different ways to go and do it, but I want people to work hard. You can see that the players work hard. I want the players to be aggressive when we press. We can see we're aggressive when we press. I want the players to play with flair and with pace and goal-scoring opportunities. And you can see we're playing with flair and we've got pace and we have goal-scoring opportunities. 4 at home could have been 5. Missed a penalty. Before that, goals. Salford away, goals, 5 goals. We've been scoring, you know. So from my point of view, you know, the fans and the players, the staff, everybody engaged together, and that's what we've got. It's vital. Excuse me. And there's going to be stages in the game where maybe it's not going our way, and that's when we've got to show that resilience. We've got to show that grit, and we've got to go right. We've got to hang in there because we're going to play. We're playing against good teams. This is a good team we're going to play against the weekend, and they're going to have good possession of the ball, and they're going to have situations where we're going to be under the cosh. It's how we can all stick together and ride through that situation. And then when we've got the ball, how effective can we go and be with it? And that's where the fans, I think they're really appreciative of it, and they really get behind the players, because that's what supporters do. When you're up against it, that's when the supporters really come together. And then when we're on that roll, we raise the roof then, don't we?
And just lastly, looking ahead to that game, is there any sort of updates on team news, any players returning?
No players returning from that point of view. Harvey Saunders unfortunately picked up a hamstring injury just bang on half-time. He just slipped on the ground at Holker Street, Barrow there, so that's going to rule him out for a few weeks. Leo Connor came off with a foot injury. He's touch and go. We'll have to wait and see. We haven't ruled him out yet. Obviously, from the longer-term ones, we've got Luke Norris, who we'd like to think is progressing well, you know, but it's probably going to still be at the end of February, early March before he's going to be effective for us. And obviously, we've got Jake Leake and Jean Bella, who are the 2 defenders who are progressing with their rehab.